champion that is meta and is seen
All
as
right, Renekton B1.
second pick worthy, it is Knight. Like that's what he so consistently does. For BLG, we always talk about Knight and Bin as the two key carries for the lineup. I think last game on really stepping up alongside Elf.
Azir. Oh, Ziggs is gone.
Trundle and Azir, the two picks here for top esports.
Ziggs is gone and Ori is gone. So let's see what Knight actually
We'll see
takes.
if we're going to get what I was kind of thinking, which would be something along the lines of Ione. It would mean they'd have to have an AP jungle, which could make things a little bit more complex. But it is one of those answers. Of course, if you want to go AD jungle, you can still go like a Kali or whatever.
I don't think necessarily that you need an AP jungle if you have Yone. I don't think that's entirely true. Yone does deal mixed damage, and then depending on who your ADC and supports are, it doesn't inherently just mean that the opponents can just stack armor and like be totally safe, because Yone just does so much mixed damage. Okay, nice, Victor. Yeah, this is the same school of thought. I mean, there's definitely other champions that you can take against Azir here, even though Ziggs is gone. Okay, yeah, Syndra, nice. This is very good. This is actually what I would have liked to have seen, you know, Quad maybe consider. Akali. Aurora is a little bit sad, but is what it is. Yeah, there's all different archetypes that you can actually take. But
of course, when the Vi came through, it also makes you think of things like the Ahri that he is very famous for. But it is going to be Aurora at the end of the day. I mean, Knight really can make anything work, and this is something that is going to put a lot of pressure, you have to think, onto Cream. That Vi-Aurora combo.
We've seen Knight actually bring out the Aurora twice versus top esports during the grand finals, which is the name for the entirety of the tournament, not just the finals of it. And he lost both of those games. It was top esports coming out as the victors. The second one going 1-0-0-1. 0-0, sorry, not having as much of an impact as he'd like. And that was Cream on the Azir, again, in that second game. So we'll see how much impact Cream can have on this pick.
Knight has played it a ton though this year. 20 games on it throughout the year. Second most played behind just that Talia. So it is absolutely a comfort pick. 369 on tanks. We have seen this many times before.
369 on Cassante. Okay. I mean, Aurora picked up, which is going to force this to be a kind of engagey type of composition. Does feel a little bit bad. Ezreal is weird because Ezreal should never be picked with Vi, Aurora, or Renekton. So the Ezreal ban just seems completely nonsensical.
And I feel like, if I'm banning as BLG, you either want to ban enchanters like the Renata, or you want to ban things that can absorb the engage that you're drafting for. Things like Xayah would be what I would thinking of. I think Xayah would make sense as a ban. There's another option, things like Jhin potentially, but I really do think Xayah makes a ton of sense here unless you want to double ban enchanters. And Renata's kind of like the king enchanter against hard engage.
Also, Xayah is the most picked for Jackie Love in summer. So it's his most consistent champion, obviously plays it incredibly well, as do most AD carries all around the world. So wouldn't be surprised if we see that Xayah ban at all.
Xayah ban does
make sure your Vi engaged.
Gosh, sorry, fuck. Xayah ban does make sense because obviously BLG are running headfirst into... It's always really weird to me when pro teams in the second ban phase can actually ban archetypes against what they're developing, and yet people can't realize that when people are developing the archetype that you can pick in response to it. I don't know, it's very confusing. What's up? Oh, okay. No, I'm good. I still have mine here. I feel so sick. It's a terrible feeling. Fuck. I'm like a little nauseous right now, but I don't know. I don't know what to do.
They are saving 5th pick here for Hong, so I'm curious, are they going to go what would be the expected pick, something along the lines of like Rel or just something, standard hard engage, or is it going to be, Enchanter trying to play for the 2v2? With Alistar there, it really does lower the priority on Rel, so instead they're going to go Poppy. So they're going to go more for the denial of the engage rather than having hard engage themselves. So now this composition from TES to me becomes really about kind of zone control and poke. Yeah. It's about, pillaring out the carries. It's about poking them down with the
Varus and Poppy.
Create this line. And when
the Poppy's actually not that bad. The BLG, so...
Well, that's when Hong and 369 need to come in with the Pathmaker and with the Poppy all knock you back and peel for their carries. So it's really
it's a little bit weird because it's like TS are simultaneously trying to kite back, but naturally by trying to kite back, if you go lethality or something, you innately give Sivir time to come online, and if Sivir comes online, it doesn't matter that you're kiting back because she also has a degree of range and the movement speed accelerant. And then there is no real kiting back. It's just a really wonky fucking draft, pretty much all around. This is kind of like a roller coastery draft where there's really key advantages for TES's champions, and that it does make it a little bit hard for BLG to just run in. sure. But BLG's champions, or sorry, TS's champions are also really fucking slow and immobile to like come online and do anything. So with that also being the case, it's like dragons could potentially be slow, or they could be even traded at certain points because of the way these fucking comps work. It's just ugly kind of all around. I don't know.
That kind of composition gets way ahead. All of a sudden, your Varus and your Azir are just dead at the start of every fight, right? It can become very, very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, he is going lethality. And even though he's going fucking lethality, he goes Scorch too, even though there's no winning this lane. So I don't know. I mean, it's just grief. He's just losing so much damage. I don't know.
Then you're looking at GAs, then you're looking at Zhonya's.